So business just keeps rolling in. This one's got just a few issues. So it wasn't starting. Well, I mean, it would start, but then it would die as soon as you turn the mower deck on. And so I was able to load it up in the truck, brought it over here. And the first thing I tried was I checked the gas. And you can see it. There's clear separation there. You got water on top, on the bottom, and gas on the top. It's all yucky color. It's supposed to be absolutely clear. So it really does surprise me how many people don't know that you're supposed to get rid of the gas. You know, try to run it out of gas before you store it for the winter. So let's see what else is there. So after I realized it was a gas problem, I hooked up my external tank to it. The bad gas is still in the gas tank, but I hooked up my external tank and it was still just running really badly. So I came over here to the intake manifold and I took some starting fluid or carb cleaner and I sprayed it right on the intake manifold here and here. And when I sprayed it over here, it would only run, well, it would only run somewhat well on choke. That's, I guess, a key indicator there I needed to explain first. So I put it down on just regular, you know, just to drive it, or idle, I guess. And I sprayed the starting fluid here, and it changed tone, meaning it ran better. So I tightened these up. Usually these intake manifolds go bad. These plastic ones, they warp. Well, and you replace them, and they're about $100. So I tightened it down, and it worked. It sealed right up. So hopefully that's taken care of. It's hard to start, so I'm guessing the valves need adjusted. I hope so. So I'll adjust the valves. If that doesn't work, then it'll be a bad compression relief. And he said he didn't want to spend a lot of money on it. He bought this used, so it's not. I mean, you can still start it. All you gotta do is just turn the flywheel until it loosens up, and then you can get it to start. So another project. Parts will be here, all the parts will be here by Saturday. But I ran around with my little external gas tank in my hand and I cut a patch of grass, and so he said it would die as soon as you turned on the blade. It didn't die this time. Runs much better, I think. Of course, once I get it all fixed up, I'll test it more thoroughly. And I got to cut the grass this week too. Whew. So what else is going on? Got the beast started up today. I had to pull that over here, and it ran out of gas. So anytime I use my external tank, I put the excess gas, the extra gas, into the beast, just kind of someplace to put it. Still runs out of gas. I don't put a lot of gas in the beast because I don't use it that often. And again, I don't want it to go bad. I'd rather run out of gas and have the gas go bad. I can always go get the gas can and fill it back up, or fill it up a little bit. You know, I may put a half a gallon in it. I don't put a lot of gas in it. And last night I took this apart, and this is crazy. On this one, anything you do, you got to take the entire assembly apart. So the rope was broke on this, and so I had to order a whole new assembly. This yellow piece here is supposed to stick out further than it does, so this ring can go around it. So I'm guessing the plastic pieces wore away somehow or another over here. Anyway, kind of just mumbling along now. So obviously I went and picked up a mower with the truck, and told you yesterday's video, I think I solved the problem. So the last time we drove down that particular gravel road to pick up a truck, or to pick up a lawnmower, the truck coated on the way back. So we did the same thing today. We went almost the same distance. Well, we probably did go the same distance. I had to, the first mower was down the road a little further. However, we had to turn off, and it was just a huge mountains drive that we had to go up to, probably 2 miles long. It was terrible. So we got up that, loaded the lawnmower, came back, and the hill that it coated on the first time, it didn't coat this time. So I'm hoping again that, you know, we've solved the problem with the new oil pressure sensor. It's just in yesterday's video I was trying to explain to you that I just don't get people. I really don't understand them. I wish I did. And everybody says ignore the trolls. Well, it's not a troll. So here's the thing. The video where I say the oil pressure sensor is the problem has not released as of the recording of this video. It will release in 2 hours. In which case, the trolls will now find out. I know that's what you're going to call them. I don't call them trolls. I call them just people who know everything. They will find out that they were wrong. So last night, the guy who keeps telling me it's the transmission, your transmission's slipping, that's why you have the code. So he goes to my old channel, or excuse me, he goes to my new channel to tell me this originally. Well, apparently he thinks he's blocked on that channel. I don't know. I know he's blocked on this channel, the old channel. So he goes to my new channel and comments, it's a transmission, it's transmission. So today, last night actually, he says, this is beyond your abilities. Give it up. You don't want to be doing this. You need to take it to a professional and get it fixed immediately. So he comes in with a separate new account. Well, I don't reply to him. I just delete the comment because I don't want... I know people are going to say this is ridiculous. I don't want my old channel having a bunch of comments talking about... excuse me. I don't want my new channel having a bunch of comments talking about the old channel stuff. This channel stuff. And the reason I don't is I suspect we're going to get a lot of viewers, new viewers, who are just interested in lawnmower repair. And they're not going to be interested in off-grid living. And I don't want to confuse the algorithm too much with all this truck maintenance stuff and solar panels and little house. I don't want to confuse the algorithm. I'm trying to really do a good job with this new channel. So if we're over there talking about trucks in the comment section, the algorithm's going to, well, what the heck is that about? And so any new viewer that comes in, they're going to be reading through the comments and they're going to be saying, why are we talking about a pickup truck? Why are we talking about solar panels? They're not going to understand. So I'm trying to keep that clean. So so he tells me that I was wrong again with the new account. I love how they do this though. The guy who was talking about the transmission is probably right. It probably is your transmission. So he comes in with a new account on my new channel telling me that the guy who, I don't know why he's not commenting on the old, you know, with the old account, or maybe so I can believe there's two people out there that think that the transmission is the problem. But I know it's not. I just know it's not. Why are they coming to the new channel to tell me this? Go to the old channel. They can't go to the old channel because they have commented so much that the algorithm has kicked them off. My channel is, the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm does not like my comment section. It kicks off people that shouldn't be kicked off. People have been around for years. So they're just going to kick you off. So he's been kicked off for saying something. And so he comes to my new channel to tell me these things. So again, he thinks that the transmission is the issue. It's not the issue. And the thing is, I know he won't comment tonight. I know he won't. When he finds out that the oil pressure switch was the problem, and he's been telling me all along, you need to take a mechanic. So here's the deal. I've spent about $180 on the truck trying to figure out what's wrong with it. I don't think that's unreasonable. I don't think that's a big deal. You figure the mechanic, I know for a fact, charges $100. And if he went and bought the oil pressure switch which I know I paid $100 for at AutoZone. I don't know how much the OEM is. Let's say it's $150, $200. So now we got a $300 repair. So I've saved myself 120 bucks doing it myself. And I still have new variable valve timing coils, solenoids. Let's see, what else do I have? 20, that's 30, 60, 80. So yeah, so that's what I have. So I have those things. I also, during all this, have changed the oil, which I'm not counting on the price. And I also changed the PCV valves, which I'm not counting on this price because those were separate issues. That's just maintenance items. So it got me into the truck and started doing actual maintenance items. So how is this a bad idea? Oh, you're just never going to figure out. You need to take it to a professional because you don't have a $1,000 code reader. You got a cheap thing. So, okay, well, I have a cheap thing that helped me get through it. What people don't seem to understand, you might be an okay lawnmower mechanic, but you're no car mechanic. I never said I was. What I said was I learned a lot from this. Why not try new things? Why not try to learn new things? Oh no, you shouldn't try to learn new things. That's a terrible idea. You just take it to a mechanic and they'll do it for you. I just don't work that way. I'm always trying to learn new things, trying to understand how the world works, the universe. I know it's a geeky thing, but I'm always watching these little science guys, astronomers, talking about speed of light. I just learned the other day that, and I just found this fascinating. The faster you go to the speed of light, the shorter the distance for you, from your perspective. So if I got in a spaceship, of course you can't travel the speed of light, but if I went 99.99999% of the speed of light, and I wanted to go to Alpha Centauri, which is 4 light years away, if I was watching my spaceship from Earth go to Alpha Centauri, it would take 4 years for that spaceship to get there. But me, if I'm on the spaceship going that fast, I would get there to almost instantaneously. If I got there at the speed of light, I would get there instantaneously. It would be like I left and there I was. The distance would have shrunk for me. So if you're going a little bit less than the speed of light, let's say it takes you 6 months to get there, or a month to get there. So the downside to the speed of light, going that fast, is when you returned, everybody would be 8 years older. So if I traveled 100, 200, a million, let's say a million, just for the heck of it. If I traveled 1,000,000 light years, I would get there instantly. And then I would travel back and I'd get there instantly. But the Earth would have aged 2 million years. So I wouldn't be able to tell the story. I find that interesting. Now, if I hadn't been curious about the world and the universe around me, I wouldn't know that. And even if I'm wrong, it doesn't matter if I'm wrong. And when somebody says, that's not true, I can just hear it now. They'll go to my new channel to tell me this also. That's not true. But the thing is it makes me go out and learn and try to discover new things and explore. And I just can't imagine having the energy and the curiosity that I have, just taking it to mechanics, just giving up, just give up. Don't get me wrong. At some point, I would have given up. And I just would have ignored the code, of course. No, I would have taken it to the mechanic. At some point, I would say, okay, I've done everything I know how to do. Now I can take it to the mechanic. Is it a waste of money? No, I don't think it's a waste of money. I really don't. I think I have new parts that are going to go out anyways. We know that the variable valve timings were going to go out around 96 to 100,000 miles. The solenoid, the pressure switch, it was going to go out around 90,000 miles, which it did go out, obviously. So these things needed replacing anyways. So at the minimum, I did some basic maintenance stuff, so it wasn't a waste of money. There's no waste. Other than I did spend it 2 times on the variable valve timing solenoids, but that's okay. And the solenoid, I spent an extra 20 bucks, or the pressure switch, I spent an extra 20 bucks simply because it was bad. I could return that. It's still with, I think, the 30-day window. It's getting close. No, I don't know. It's getting close to the 30-day window. So I might be able to even return that. So I've wasted, in all honesty, I've wasted 50 bucks that I really didn't need to spend. So again, you know, I go to Dollar General and I can spend nearly 40 bucks just going there, and I don't have anything when I get back. At least now I have a truck that doesn't have a code on it. So I just don't get it. This let's just give up attitude, throw it away attitude. I'm just not that way. And if you're coming to this channel to learn how to live off grid, you know, then learn how to live off grid. Learn how to do it yourself. And stop trying to preach to everybody that the only way to do things in life is just sit in your lounge chair and watch your YouTube videos on a phone and let everybody else do your work for you, because, you know, everybody's rich. So if you'll click this up next box, it'll take you to a video on my other channel. I'd really appreciate it. Go check it out. So if I can inspire you to figure it out, so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.